It's time for the original variety show of the National Finals Rodeo. It's Outside the Barrel with your host, Flint Rasmussen. Welcome to the Monday Gold Buckle edition of Outside the Barrel. Today, our guests include Brittany Pozzi Tonozzi, Bareback riders Jess Pope and Tim O'Connell, and rising country music star Keaton Brown. And now, my little goth friend, the legendary Flint Rasmussen.
Look at this. Look at Monday people. Look at that.
Packing them in.
I just, for the record, would like everyone to know that he practiced saying Brittany Pozzi Tonozzi for an hour this morning. What is Brittany it's a lot of Z's. Brittany Pozzi Tonozzi Spamozzi Kanazi Tanadi.
Well, and I didn't want to screw it up, and today I didn't screw it up except for I got a frog in my throat right when I hate this job. I hate.
Do you really?
I hate it.
It's amazing you hate it because you come and do it for free every year. It's crazy. Good to see everybody. Sunday's a weird, we discussed yesterday, Sunday's this weird transition day. People are leaving, coming and going, and then you come today, we come out on Monday, and I'll look at, you know what is happening right now, though? This is that point. It happens twice during the week. They're all fresh faces because you guys just got here, didn't you? Yeah, look at that lady. No. Well, all you people that are full of energy and just got here, screw you. We've been here for like 10 days already. So anyway, good to see everybody. We've had a great time so far. Some bad things happened at the start of the week, but we're in a groove now. Great guests on the show. We've had a fun time. The buckles at the South Point have been good. It's been a good week so far.
It has. No complaints whatsoever.
Complaints. Of course, a little tidbit, a little dab of Pendleton whiskey here and there just for medicinal purposes really helps later in the evening, of course, not during the day. Of course, that doesn't matter. What's fun is the people that just get here who have never been here and they buy a drink and then ask you, hey, am I allowed to walk around with this? Have you asked anybody, can I walk around with it? Hell, you can pour it down your pants and you do whatever you want. It's Las Vegas. Obviously, from what we've seen driving over here, you can poop on the street if you want.
Scenic route.
Scenic route. I can't believe I said that. Yeah, I can. We're not on Cowboy Channel. We can say whatever the hell we want. Anyway. And never will be again. Yeah. What are we looking at? I need a little update. We missed it yesterday, Kurt. We are in the Celebrity Tattoo League of Pro Fantasy Rodeo. And hold on, we'll wait. I don't want to interrupt that lady's phone conversation in the middle of my show. Are you good? I don't want it.
Are we speaking too loudly?
Are we too loud?
Yeah.
Do you want? All right, finish up. We're good. It's okay. Who are you talking to? Your what? Your son? How old is he? 24. All right. Is he all right? Is he at the toy place? Is he okay? He's coming to see you? Okay. When he comes in, we'll stop and wait. Okay.
In all fairness, 24 hours ago, my phone rang at this exact time, and it was my wife, and she says, so what are you doing? Same thing I do every day for 10 days out here at this time.
How are we sitting in the Charity Tattoo League? I think there's 23 people.
Yeah, look, 23 teams. Congratulations, you're climbing up the polls. You are in sixth place. Sixth place. I still hover in that 13, 14 range. I'm in the middle of the pack. But, my first year being a celebrity, so.
That's right. This is what happened. We put Kurt's letterbuck bar. We call that the letterbuck bar because it has Pendleton in the bottom. We used to be down here, and as soon as we moved him up on stage, he got invited to the Celebrity Tattoo League. I'm sixth. What'd you say I am? Sixth?
You're sixth. Guess who's first?
Anthony Lucia. Did I see that right? At least one rodeo announcer knows what they're seeing. They're always at the bottom. The TV commentators and rodeo announcers are terrible at that game. Not Anthony. You know why? I don't know. He's young.
Because Lisa picks his team.
Yeah, his wife picks his team. But I wanted a ruling. I don't know if anybody in Pro Fantasy Rodeo. I didn't get an injury report coming in, so my bull rider is Stetson Wright. Do I not get to replace him, or is that just tough luck? Is that just, what'd you say? You can sub in? I need to make a phone call.
Hey, I got news for you, Mr. Flint. Not everybody gets a ribbon, okay?
That's true. I don't want a ribbon. I just don't want a tattoo. So basically, I'm working with 6 events here. 7 because we pick 2 team ropers. So I'm doing okay.
I'm a little peeved at that guy because I have known all along that you could replace, but I haven't said a word.
Do I got to do it? Does nobody contact me? Does that?
No.
I have to do it? I don't even know if that's worth it. Okay, I'll make a call.
You know what's fun kind of going through those standings, though? You look at it, and I've been watching this. With Stetson Wright out, Kai Hamilton is to a point now where if he just averages 4,200 a night, he's going to be the world champion. So that's made that race real interesting.
Wow. Good to have Justin McKee on the show right here.
Oh, my!
Hey, I do want to say something. Kurt knows this about me. One thing that has happened with rodeo, as in everything else, with social media and Cowboy Channel and all the access, is we see the other side of people, and it seems like you have a couple nights rodeo, nobody says, what a great rodeo tonight. There's always something. This camera angle did this. That guy said the F word on TV. I can't believe Cowboys swear. I never knew they did. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm always like, stay above the fray, whatever. So this isn't just being negative. I have been known on this show to express an opinion here and there that nobody does because, frankly, there's really nobody that can fire me.
Yeah.
Except in this case, because now I know I'm friends with guys on the NFR committee, but I expressed this opinion last night to one of them, and we argued, and obviously I'm right. Here's my issue of the day. If you make it to the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo and you work hard and it's a lifelong dream, no way in hell should you have to get on a re-ride after the rodeo. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Now, the good thing is, Cowboy Channel, it's the network. They own, the whole network covers. So they cover it on TV. To their credit, that's great. But they sell the rodeo, lights go out, run the flags, come back. And I talked to an NFR committee guy. Well, it used to last 2 hours. Now it lasts 2.5. We just can't. It's 3 minutes. The bulls are loaded. They don't go to the back pins and find a re-ride. They're all there. So 2 minutes, guess what you have? You have a good music guy. You got good announcers. You got a barrel man that I don't know what his job is all year, but I think it's filling space. And so, but please keep bringing the guy that makes a living peeling T-shirts off. Have him 3 times. I'm sorry.
No.
But if you're a bull rider in the NFR, you get to ride in the rodeo even if you get a re-ride. There you go.
They still buck the bull. They still do the closing. It's still the same amount of time. Yeah, I'm with you.
And the response I got is, the people don't have to leave. They can stay and watch. What do you mean? You just told them the rodeo's over and turned the lights out. What? You know, yeah. That's we do all of this, and it's the most amateur thing I'm sorry.
No.
And by the way, the rodeo it's like a contest. They have contracts where it has to be over, but now it's actual live TV. So the rodeo lasts 2.5 hours instead of 2 hours. I remember going to the rodeo, and at the end of 2 hours, I just was like exhausted because it's like, woo, woo, it's a race to get it done fast. I think it's better on live TV 2.5 hours. I think it's better. There you go.
You know, I look forward.
Have 2/3 of you are clapping and 1/3 of you are going.
You know, in a few years when you and I are running this whole thing, we can make those changes.
Yeah, I'm running the NFR. I've had the wrong 3 letters in front of my job for about 15 years. By the way, nobody cares what letters are in front of a bull riding or a rodeo. We're all in the Western sports industry, and we're all in the same business, and we're all friends. There you go. Look at me today.
We're not all friends.
We got a long one going here. That's what she said. Everything in the world is that's what she said. I got a cool story for you. So yesterday, I end the show. I announce who's going to be on today. I think this is a cool story. Hey, we have world champions. Chancey Williams is singing, yada, yada. And people come up to the front of the stage at the end, and a kid came up, a little skinny kid, and he introduced himself, and he said, I sing, and I'd like to be on your show someday. I said, that's great. Thank you. And he gave me his business card. Said, I'd really love to be on your show. I said, we're full this year, but he said, no, like next year, just keep me in mind. I got a single coming out in 16, and I said, thanks, and I did this, and I stepped down the stairs, and Kurt caught me with his phone, and he said, we just heard from Dean, Chancey's manager. Chancey's pretty sick. He can't come tomorrow. And I went, I got an idea. And we went searching, didn't we? He said he was going to be down here. Our new friend Keaton.
Yep.
And we went and we texted him, and he texted us back. So our musical guest today, this is a blind audition. We didn't want to hear him. We said, Keaton, if you want to be on this show, you're going to be on the show. So our musical guest, Keaton Brown, later in the show, stood right here yesterday and was the most polite 16-year-old kid, and he is our musical guest today. So
that's exactly how it went down with Taylor Swift, too.
Are you video? Who are you? You're his mom? Where's Dad? Oh, dang it. Hey, girl. So anyway, we'll see. If he's terrible, tell his mom. He's going to be good. What a great kid, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Like he's got all guitar players. It is a day. By the way, we'll get to things. We have plenty of time. Your family came today, Kurt. Right?
They did. They came in last night. We had some travel issues, but they got here. I haven't seen my wife this morning. She said that she needed to do some shopping, wanted to go shop for our cook and our housekeeper. And so I sent her on the way with the credit card, and then I realized we don't have a cook or a housekeeper.
Yeah, you do.
She is the cook in the house. Oh.
Your dad, by the way, his dad's name is Bob with 2 O's. Bobo.
Yeah. As you know, through the year, and we share things, we're great friends, but a year ago at this time, my dad was at the Anschutz CU Center for Cancer, and they had not given him a very good chance. But the people down there, they did an amazing job. They cured him. He's here today. I have this picture from a year ago. They did his transfusion, and so glad that you stuck around. A little bit peeved that he. Based on what the doctors had told me, I thought there was a good chance I had an inheritance coming, and I spent a lot of money. So I'm a little upside down right now. He screwed it up.
He's the meanest old fart I know.
He is.
Well, we're glad they're here. We're glad your family's here. I will say it's kind of the World Champion Day. A lot of gold buckles. We just got a picture back there with our Montana Silversmiths buckles, and Kurt kind of felt bad. He took the picture, but it's good to have those guys. And I tell Kurt all the time, when he starts thinking I'm trying to be important, oh, look at you, you're sweet, you got this job. And I say, Kurt, I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like you do. I just hold mine up with gold buckles. It's okay. It's okay. You're right. We're going to scramble a little day. We got a lot going on. It's a good day.
It's our show. We don't have to scramble.
Do whatever we want.
Yeah.
Thanks to all our friends, Pendleton Whiskey Wrangler, Montana Silversmiths, everybody that makes this happen. Welcome to everybody watching at home. We're streaming live on my social media platforms. We've had a great response there, but mostly we do this show for all the people that come and sit in these chairs every single day. Quick break. Brittany Pozzi Tonozzi, Spamozzi, Tonozzi, coming up after this. Quick break.
Growing up, you wanted those older cowboys that you admired to someday call you a cowboy. Nobody can tell you you can't do that if you want to work at it hard enough. If money's super important, I'm doing the wrong thing, but I kind of got to pinch myself because I truly love what I do. It's amazing what you can accomplish if you don't care who gets the credit. Just make sure it gets taken care of.
Welcome back, everybody. Everybody, that means clap. There you go. We need a hype man, like somebody in there doing that. Now we're good. Good to see everybody. It's Pink Day today, isn't it? By the way, this is my Monday anti-rodeo announcer wardrobe. Is that okay? And you know, everybody wears Starts Wranglers, a sport coat, a shirt with a whole bunch of patches you can't read, and a really good shaped hat. I have none of that. Well, I have Wrangler on. So here you go. We good? That's why I'm his goth friend. So anyway, speaking of that, excited to have my first guest on. She has been on this show before. We saw each other earlier this year and knew we had to set this up. She is going for number 4, her 4th world title, one of the great barrel racers of all time. Please welcome to the show, Brittany Pozzi Tonozzi. Going for 3. Going for 3, sir. Oh, look. Look at this. Hold on. This is where I saw you this summer. Look at this. Look at the homemade. Keep the bag. Here. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Improving here.
Yeah. Hey, we're vamping.
There we go.
So here it is.
All right.
You were on my show. I did a little
Yes.
stage show in Ellensburg for
Yes.
the 100th this year, and you won Ellensburg.
I did. So does that mean I'm going to win tonight?
You damn right it
All
does.
right.
Okay. So he made this frame, Brittany Pozzi Tonozzi.
Yep.
There you go. When you won Ellensburg.
Pretty cool.
That is cool. You know what I love about that? Those are the kind of pictures I like. You're not turning a barrel. You're not
Right.
intense.
Right.
It's a candid moment, right?
Exactly.
There
This
you
is a great photo.
Here. I'll move
Get
this.
my bag. Get my bag.
That's not the first old
All
bag
right.
I've picked up this week. Just made that up. That was funny. Good to see. Going for number 3. Sorry.
3. Don't make me sound better than I really am.
Pink Day always reminds me of the story. From,
Oh,
I
you
know
had
every
to-
time we're
I know.
together,
You had to bring it up.
I have to tell the story because when I see you, instantly my imagination goes there, and because you know why? Because I'm a guy.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to do it, but I have to do it.
My husband's in the audience.
I know. He knows the story. Caldwell, Idaho. I remember where it was because the crowd is so good there, and there was a whole team of Army-sponsored cowboys and cowgirls, right?
Yes. Yes. So they had the Army sponsored the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Well, one person in each event. We had to wear either a black or white shirt at everywhere we went, and my black shirts, the buttons didn't work very well. I turned the third barrel, and my shirt flew open, and I had a hot pink bra on. Then Flint
It's
took
Pink
it.
Day.
Then Flint took it that much further.
Yeah. You turn, if you've ever been to the Caldwell Night Rodeo, those people don't just sit and watch.
No, they are very loud and they are very involved. And they used to not have an alleyway, so you had to run to a closed gate. So I was in the arena with my shirt open. It wasn't like I could just run out into the alleyway, be gone. So I have it closed like this, and the guy opening the gate is like, you can't go out this gate. You have got to walk all the way across the arena with your shirt open to the other gate. And I may have used some profanity and told him to open the gate.
But you did this when you did it. But you did this. I'll never forget you turned the third barrel and that black shirt was waving in the wind.
That was quite a few years ago as well.
That was great, yeah. Anyway, it's still, we've been very close ever since.
Yes.
Maybe not you to me, but I feel very close to you. But by the way, I joked with Kurt about the Brittany Pozzi Tonozzi. It's not hyphenated. You told me that. You changed.
No, it's not. It's just my middle, Pozzi is now my middle name, and the WPRA has just kept rolling with it. But it's fine.
Yeah,
we'll
it's
go with
fine.
it.
It's fine. It's the most Z's in any name
Yes.
I've ever, or as they say in Canada, Zed.
Well,
The
it,
Zeds.
it gets a little hard to sign, all those Z's.
Do you,
It-
so
it
you
starts-
you signed the entire thing.
Yes.
Not just Brittany
Yes,
Tonozzi.
I do.
You should. Your husband should be Tonozzi Pozzi. You should. Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna.
No.
I don't think he's gonna go for that.
You have run. You know, I always judge. First of all, the barrel racing's a whole different beast now. For one, it's really, 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 really tough and hard. So hard just to get here, then to do well once you get here. The whole barrel horse world, it's kind of like the racehorse world now, with owners and riders and trainers, right? A
Yeah,
little
I
bit?
mean, people are getting involved more. The ranches are getting involved. The breeding has just gone crazy. The money's gone crazy. You know, I've won over $1 million this year, and people are wanting to get involved, and it's great for our sport.
Well, you know, is there a downside to that? I mean, a lot of people look at it. I've always said about rodeo that everybody wants cowboys and cowgirls to make more money until they make more money, and then they're a sellout, or they're a, you know, we kind of have that old school philosophy, but cutting and reining stuff, the money's up here.
Oh yeah, those industries are far above ours as being barrel racers, and you know, it's kind of cool to see because now my daughter is actually going. If she wants to run barrels, she's going to be able to make a living at doing this and not struggle. And you know, there's so many different avenues in the barrel racing world that you can go. If you don't want to be a competitor, you can be a breeder, you can be an owner, and it's really cool just to, like this year, having so many different horses owned by so many different people, and just kind of having that camaraderie of winning and kind of making it fun. It's different for me.
You've been riding. Benny? Is that
Benny,
who-
yep, he's
you-
owned by Andrea and Jeff Busby.
Andrea, and I know Andrea.
Uh-huh.
They're good folks.
she's a barrel racer.
So how does that connection start? Do they have this horse? They say, we know it's a winner. You can take it. Shane Miner was up here earlier. It's almost being a songwriter a little bit. Hey, I have this great song. I want somebody to take it and get it out there. Similar?
Yeah, a similar. You know, Andrea runs barrels herself,
Yep.
and she was kind of wanting to partner this year and rodeo together. And I just told her, I'm like, I don't have the horsepower, and she has quite a few horses, and she was like, well, here's Benny, go for it. And it's been amazing.
Because you have owned your horses in the
Yeah,
past.
in the past, I've owned all my horses, and now this year I'm riding 3 horses that I don't own. It's very strange.
Okay, is it strange in a good way? Do you feel a sense of added pressure and responsibility as far as their well-being and their health and your success? Or is there a sense of relief that without that ownership part of it?
You know, each individual horse, kind of the partnership is different with the owners, and it's just, I treat them all like they were my own, and I think the owners appreciate that I'm riding a horse that I'm going to act like is mine and treat them like I was mine, not if like they're owned by someone else. So, you know, every deal is a little different. With Titan being a stallion, you know, I've really got to look at his career as a stallion, and then, you know, Benny as a gelding, and someone who owns him also runs barrels. You know, she's going to want to run him next year. So, you know, I have to keep all those things in mind when making decisions.
I remember when I was working this rodeo, you couldn't leave the dressing room. It's not like you can go down and watch the rodeo. There's no room. But we left our dressing room and went down that little tiny walk tunnel right when the barrel racing started. And I'd always stand at that gate and watch on the screen. And at that time, if somebody was under 14 seconds, the roof blew off the place. You just knew.
Yeah, and now it's like
Every girl is under 14
yeah.
seconds.
Are you sure you weren't going down there to check to make sure no shirts flew open?
That was you know, subconsciously, maybe.
You're like, it might happen.
You did, guys, this one time. Oh, damn you! Now, yeah, I know. So now, but it's just different. The horsepower. You know, people will say, well, that pattern's way different than it used to be. No, the arena is exactly the same as it's always been. It's tiny. The electric eye sits right at the gate. It is just a different level of horsepower. Bucking horses are the same. Bareback riders are the same. Bulls are the same. Barrel horses are the same.
I mean, why would we be doing this if it was the same as it was 20 years ago? I mean, it's got to get better, faster, more fun to watch, all the things. So we want rodeo to be better.
Yeah.
Higher scores.
You've run almost the exact same time the first 3 rounds.
Yeah.
2 and 3, you ran the exact same time, and the first night you were...
A 75. I told Garrett, I was like, you know what? If I'm just a 71 the rest of the week, I'll take it.
You were 1375, 1371, 1371. Yeah. You just got to keep doing that, right?
Yeah, I'll just take a 71 across the board.
Yeah, you were a 1371 last night, and what'd you place?
4th.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But it is cool as you look. You are by no means old, even though you wake up at 5:30 every morning. By the way, we send out a text message at 7:30 in the morning with directions where we are, and she texts back. You responded, said, a thumbs up. Hey, great. That's tomorrow, right? Is it? No, it's today. She said, that's okay. I'm an old lady. I'm up at 5:30 every morning anyway. So
I cannot sleep out here.
I know. It's age. It's age.
I know it is. It's
so. But listen,
pushing the big 4-0.
Ooh, I'm surprised you're still getting around.
I know. Good thing that shirt doesn't come open anymore.
Careful of the saddle horn. But I think the key this week, there's already a lot of tip barrels. We'll talk a little rodeo real quick here.
Okay.
A lot of tip barrels. The key is just what you said. Make that run every time, and at the end of the week, they'll give you a whole bunch of money for it, right?
Yep. And I feel like Benny is the horse to do that on. He's pretty consistent, and I'd love to come see you at the South Point.
I know.
Maybe when I get a little bit higher on the ground, but I am just I've got a gold buckle on my mind, and I'm just gonna try to stay consistent and keep at them.
It was cool last night, and you guys kind of, maybe not all barrel racers cheer for each other, but since you've been to a lot of these, cool to see Lisa Lockhart win last night. I mean, Lisa's
the greatest.
She's awesome.
She is. She really is.
Well, listen, can you stick around while we bring these
stick around.
Stinky bareback riders up? Thanks for always, you never hesitate to do this for us, and we appreciate it.
Well, thanks for having me.
Give it up. Say hi to your go-round winner tonight, Brittany Pozzi Tonozzi. Hey, Jess Pope, Tim O'Connell, coming up. Quick break right now from Montana Silversmiths. Welcome back, everybody. Great crowd today. For those of you watching at home, we're in Las Vegas and you're not. We just said, we've had bigger, Friday and Saturday were big crowds. This is our best crowd of the week so far. Yeah. I'm glad we could bring them some good quality guests, right? Your neighbors are here, right there. There you go. Who came the farthest, do you suppose? Yeah? North Dakota? It's not that far. North Dakota people are always in a great mood when they get here. You know why? Because they're not North Dakota anymore. Yes, sir. Where? Horns up. You're from Texas? Where are you from? Oh, North Dakota. Shut up. Hey, as long as North Dakota State beats the Grizzlies, I'm a Montana guy. I'm not supposed to say that. Yeah, where are you from? You're from Montana? Where are you from? Billings. That's where I live. That's where I live. Cool. I have a couple tickets for Pendleton Whiskey. You know what? You two North Dakotans, come here. I like you. You spoke up first. That little horse trailer back there sells Pendleton Whiskey. Hold your horses. Wait, hold on. Here's a gift bag. Ladies and gentlemen, when this is their honeymoon. Yeah. Half the people went, oh, and half went, oh. Ronnie, sorry about the grizzly joke just now. I'm joking. When did you get married? July 22nd, long honeymoon. Enjoy it. You planned it for this. You have 2 kids. So, okay, go get a drink. Where are the kids? With your, not here. So go get some drinks. Let's go. All right. There you go. You know what? All 3 of you, I had you on together because my 3 guests were on my little show at Ellensburg, Washington. So I threw you all on here. Some more gold buckles. Cool picture backstage, getting our picture taken with our gold buckles on. But I love these guys. They travel together. 2 of the greatest bareback riders. I think go down as 2 of the greatest bareback riders ever. Say hi to a couple world champions, Tim O'Connell and Jess Pope. That's a lot of denim.
First off, we're doing this interview,
Yeah,
okay?
we're here to conduct this interview.
Okay.
Okay, so Flint, is it true that you and your sister Linda used to fight because you played with her baby dolls more than you played with your own?
Also,
Wait, how'd you know my
did
sister's
Linda
name?
teach you how to do your makeup?
Did you just look up my sister's name?
Is it true that your brother had to become a judge so he could keep you out of trouble?
And why is Will the favorite?
Holy crap. My sister's name is Linda, as a matter of fact. She lives in Oregon. No, I did not play with her dolls, but I can say this. Growing up, I had the Johnny West, Big Jim, the action figures. Not dolls, they're action figures. And I remember I'd get home from school and both my parents worked. And I'd go up in my bedroom and I didn't like when people got home because it screwed up my world. My mom says that's where my mind came from. I was in my own world. I didn't want anybody around. I just, basically you could say I was playing with myself, but not.
Dun-dun-dun.
Anyways.
You think Will's the favorite? Do you think Will's the I don't know.
You're really messing with his mind now.
Look at shut up. You're not Do you think? I don't know. There's 3. Yeah, my brother Pete is the judge in Shoto, Montana.
I bet he dropped the hammer that Will's the favorite.
Pete watches pretty much every day. So he's the justice of the Pete. That's
There's not a lot of people breaking the law in Shoto. He's got this kind of time to watch his show.
actually, yes, as a matter of fact, he does. Good research though, fellas.
Yeah, can we
We're not all looks.
Yeah.
Oh, we know. How's it going? So, what is your schedule today? What are you going to do today? You have to get finished so you can go do something today.
I need a nap.
No, but you're getting a new rig
I am. I'm going to start my National Finals Rodeo tonight, and I'm going to make a rigging change, kind of like making a horse change, but it's a saddle, and things are going to go a lot better.
Because when I saw you earlier today, you are not happy with how things have gone thus far.
No, I'm not, and it's not from the lack of horses or anything. I've had good horses underneath me, especially last night. I've had a lot of success on that horse and absolutely got fed to him. And in the bareback riding, you can kind of tell how something's going to go from the feel of when you slide up on their backs. And my rigging was sitting extremely flat, which doesn't let me lay back and let my feet come. So every time he fell out of there, I had no choice but to feel the drop, and the power does that. So I had to feel that and then try to recounter before he hit me. And then obviously, anybody watched last night, I was not doing bareback riding motions at the end of it.
You know, I think that's an interesting topic. We've never really talked about it on here. And a lot of the old timers will say, well, these bareback riders are good because the riggins sit like this. And I don't want to. And they used to be flat. And Casey Field and I had this conversation. If you watch old videos compared to now videos, the horses didn't used to do this as much. So those riggins allow you to get in a position to basically ride the horses that kick higher. Is that an elementary way to put it, kind of?
I would say, and not to discredit how old bareback riding was, but it's a new generation. It's a new style. So their horses back then, you could get away with that, and their style fit that type of horse, and their riggings fit that type of horse. Well, when the Born to Buck program started, and they started getting these horses that can jump 2 feet in the air and kick over their head and break, you have to have that lift and especially with the new style of bareback riding, it just looks different, and you have to have that type of rigging for it to look different. If you put them riggings that those guys rode in the 70s on our horses today, you would never see a qualified ride. I mean, that's just the Carfax of it. What they did back then was great, and it started the sport of bareback riding, but evolution has come along, and it's going to continue to come along, too.
Go ahead, Jess.
There used to be good, hard bucking horses back then, but there's so many more of them now, too. You know?
Yeah, well, that's what bull people say the same thing. There's been great bucking bulls forever. Amazing bucking bulls forever. Now, the difference is now, I'll go to a PBR and there'll be 35 of them that are as ranked as the best ones. And the horses, man, it's cool. I love the bareback riding. So, there's just so many. Jess, you really love the NFR. Like, you've won the aggregate, the average, at every NFR you've been to. So let's kick it in a little bit. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I've been blessed the last 3 years to draw the horses that I need to and have found the success that I needed to. And, I mean, I know at some point in time it's not going to happen, but my goal every time I come in is to win, just same as Tim's and everyone else. When we enter a rodeo, we're there to win. And, man, the cards have fell right for me for a couple years, and hopefully they keep falling right.
You came in 11th. You're my bareback rider, my pro fantasy rodeo team. I mean, you've always been on my fantasy team. Now you're on my.
You're in his fantasies?
Yeah, that's right. But you came in lower this year because you did have some injuries this year, right?
Yeah, I came in 10th this year. I had some stuff with my neck in the spring. Went rodeo on, just seemed like I couldn't draw the one that I needed, and I messed a couple up early in the spring that I didn't need to mess up. And really it was until about Ogden before I started getting stuff clicking along. I finally started having some good weekends. And because at Ogden, we're the 3rd or 4th week of July, and I was still like 25th in the world. So once it clicked and everything came together, it did, but it took me a while.
And you and I talked in Ellensburg. You both have families now, right? You're married now.
Yep, just got married in May.
In May. You have a family. You
Yep.
pick and choose. You are really selective now about where you go.
Yeah, I basically just go where the most money is every weekend. And that goes through the winter and the spring. And I don't really even like to rodeo that much in the spring. And no disrespect to the rodeos that go on in the spring, but they usually don't put up 5 figures in prize money, and they're normally 7 or 8 hours from the house, and I'd rather be with my family than go to a drawing contest. I really go hard for about 90 days. From Reno to the end of September, I put all my eggs in my basket. I enter a lot of rodeos, and I do purposely enter multiple rodeos a day, because the way the bareback riding is now, there used to be 20 guys that could win any given day. Now we have 40 guys that can win any given day. 5 rookies are at the National Finals Rodeo this year. It's just unprecedented time in bareback riding.
And a couple just out of it. I know Montana kid Sam Peterson could have just as well been here. He's the first one, I think.
18 years old, wins $97,000.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how good it is. Like, before, you could look at the draw and say, he might, like, the best one in the pin goes to somebody, and you're like, he might waste that horse. I might have a chance on this lower level horse because he might waste him. They don't waste anything anymore. I mean, it is now coming down to a drawing contest because the field is so good.
I'll tell you who, I just remembered who it was when you talk about going hard for 90 days. It was Haven Medjid and I had a conversation. And I asked him because in the shows that I've done, whether it's radio or podcast stuff, I've always said, in my world, Labor Day is as important a weekend or more critical than the 4th of July. And Avon agreed. He said, there's a romance about the 4th of July. I hit 11 rodeos in 6 days. He has chosen to just be more efficient with it, that a lot of people get caught up in it, and you can back off a little and be as effective. Right track, similar track to what you guys think, or no?
What I figured out, and this really all came to me in 2019. So I had in 18 in the 10th round, I blew my shoulder completely apart. And I had to have surgery on January 14th, and they fixed the whole thing. I mean, it was a mess. And so I had to sit out until Reno. I had $0 won at Reno, and I had like 103 days to make the finals. So I entered everything. And from that point, I realized the lion's share of our prize money is in the last 3 months, because I went into the NFR 6th that year. Had the finals
and didn't have $1 until the third week of July.
Yeah, Reno was my first rodeo.
June. Yeah.
So once Reno kicked, and I had weekends where I didn't win money. I had a week that I didn't win a single dollar. But there's just so much in that back half. You can go to a rodeo that adds 10,000 or more every day from Tuesday to Sunday, every week all the way to the very end. And if your body withstands that, which for me at that time, I had 6 months off to heal up, and everyone was going to all the big winter rodeos and got their kind of lead and get kind of complacent with what they're doing. I just realized, in that last half, or in that last third, that's where the bulk of the money is. And a lot of guys get lazy and complacent and want to go home because they're sick of being on the road. And if you just stick to the grind, that's where you can really excel.
Well, you just said you were 25th in the world, middle of the summer, did the same thing. And you almost have an advantage if you back off. A lot of people have a terrible winter, and they're like, I'm all right. I'm okay. So similar to what you were talking about, too.
Yeah, and like you were talking about the 4th of July, really, the 4th of July is a big week. Then everyone goes to Calgary, and then when you come back you start Ogden, Spanish Fork, Salinas, and then Cheyenne and all that. Honestly, there's way more money to be won that week than there is over the 4th of July. And then you get into August and all that, into Labor Day. They're just big prize money, and they just keep getting bigger, which is awesome.
Yeah. Look at tonight. Last night looked about as much fun as a root canal on some of those horses. Without freeze, as they say in Canada, we learned yesterday. What about tonight? Now, the sorting of the horses last night was basically what they call the eliminator pen. What do you call tonight? What is it called?
Our hoppers.
The hoppers. So it's easy. Everybody wins. So what are we riding tonight? What do you have? What do you know about?
I have 2-buck Chuck.
It's a white horse?
The white horse.
Are you going to ride him across the salt flats with no fences?
I let Casey do that one time. It made for a really cool shot. It'd be really hard to get that fence broke down, too, in the Thomason Neck. So I'm probably just going to do it inside the arena.
But that's cool. Big white horse.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I've been on that horse a few different times, had a lot of success on that horse a few different times. So, yeah, I'm ready to get my stuff fixed, my equipment fixed, and then get rolling on this thing, because I know we were just talking about in the back. I know it's not me, to be honest with you. I put way too much time and effort. I wake up every single day to be better at my craft. This is what I do. This is how I feed my family. I know that I've put all the work in to be the very best version of myself out here. So I know this is an equipment malfunction, and I'm tired of it. I'm going to get rid of the equipment, and I'm going to go start my NFR off tonight.
There you go. And with all of that said, when your hat comes off, your hair has been gelled to it. I mean, it doesn't move.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What about you, Jess? What are you riding tonight?
I got Vegas Confused, a championship rodeo. This will be my second time getting on him. I got on him in the 9th round of the NFR last year. So Tim, he just got to get on him as a practice horse before we came out here. I was kind of jealous, I'm not going to lie. But I'm excited to have him. Really excited.
Okay, real quick, we've been asking everybody, how are we approaching Wednesday morning? You guys, you've done 2 in a day before, 2 perfs in a day.
It's barebacks for breakfast.
The college finals have really prepped us for this.
That was, who was here the other day? Kate Saunier was talking about, we rode bareback horses at 8 a.m. at the college finals. So.
I was telling, the only one that's having a real issue with it is Rocker, because he didn't go to school.
That is true.
He might be the only one in the field that hasn't been to the college finals.
Oh, that's classic. What about you? Are you running the same horse both runs? You're not. Yeah, that's what I was
So
curious.
I'm probably going to pull Birdie out for the morning perf and then get back on Benny for the night perf. Because if not, I would have had to run Benny 3 times in 24 hours. So
Is Wednesday morning going to be this performance where we see a lot of girls pulling out a different horse? Have you heard? Is that the chatter?
I
Or
have
no?
not heard.
So you guys don't have breakfast every morning
No,
together?
We don't. No. We do have a good group of girls this year. Everybody gets along, and there's not much tension. But no, we don't have breakfast together.
Yeah, that's okay. Listen, you guys, I appreciate you. It was like I said, these guys did this for me in Ellensburg when I was there, and I appreciate it. I think here, let's stand up. For Montana Silversmiths, I do a little deal called, "Hey, what buckle are you wearing?" We got. I got to back up because I can't read. What year is that? 2018 world champion, 2022 world champion. Oh, you're old. 2009 world champion. Mine is the 2005 Coors Man in the Can. Listen, thanks to Montana Silversmith. We'll sport the gold buckles, folks. Thanks to these guys. Hey, we'll take a quick break.
Hey, I just want to throw this out there, too.
Okay.
I was in kindergarten in 2005.
Shut up. Keaton Brown going to sing for us after this. Shut up.
To the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo. Here comes a Texas two-step Las Vegas style. Woo!
You know, while we're getting these guys set up, who did I miss today? Let's see. Wait, the Montana. See, Montanans always think they have an it. Yeah, yes? You're from Missoula? All right. You know what? I will say, I actually, the Grizzlies are really good this year. But I know the guy in the 406 Grizzly hat right here. Come up here, man. This is, Ron, will you drink a little Pendleton? Or you? Listen, here, take 3. Take 3. There's some free stuff. But I just want to say, I went to high school with this guy, Ron Wiseman from Shoto, Montana. There you go. Ronald, good to see you, buddy. Say hi to your mom and dad for me. Are we good? Okay, we're good. Hey, I told the story earlier. We're like the voice judges now. We're not. That means a lot that the way this kid came up to me yesterday, and I thought it was cool. So we're going to chat with him. Say hi to our new friend, 16-year-old Keaton Brown. Keaton. Hi, buddy. Where do we got you? You right here? Step up. Here, just step right up there.
All right.
They'll turn you on. Go step right up there.
Hello?
There you go. Here, get plugged in. Keaton, I want to ask you something. I know this isn't exactly Jimmy Fallon, but are you nervous a little bit? Or are you okay?
I got some butterflies jumping in my pants.
In his pants. His pants. That's a weird spot for butterflies, but when you're 16, I guess, whatever. Keaton, where are you from, man?
I'm from Montrose, Colorado.
Listen, I don't remember a ton about when I was 16, but I do know that my voice sounded nothing like that. So you've been singing. I get the impression from the way you present yourselves and your stage presence. You've been doing this a while.
I have, yes, sir. We started going a little more on the road, I guess about 2 years ago. I played at church, which is the best place to play to this day. And by God's grace, we're here. Or I'm here. These guys are helping me out. But you know, it's been a wild ride, you know. But it started about 2 years ago, and just ever since.
Almost your whole life. But so do you go to school? Are you in high school? What's your schedule there? How do you do this all?
Well, I am a junior in high school, and I'm homeschooled. My mom, she's right out there. She's amazing. She keeps me going. She's on my back all the time, which is good because she gets me, motivated to do my homework and not just sit there and write songs. But she's awesome, and yep, just playing.
Well, I appreciated you yesterday coming up and shaking my hand and introducing yourself. And I kept your card. I had proof that I kept your card. Put it in my pocket, and when they said, Chancey's sick, we by no means, we were very careful. Kurt and I talked about it last night. We don't want to make you feel like, well, we were in a bind, maybe we'll get this kid. I appreciated you, and somebody like you who looks like you do and talks, I try to get it across to young people all the time. If you act a certain way and present yourself a certain way, you'll get a chance at cool things. And I hope this is cool for you. What are you going to sing for us today?
I'm going to sing Emerald by Morning by George Strait.
Okay, make sure everything's working. You guys good? Yeah? Hey, wait, real quick. Introduce who you brought with you there.
All right, this is Gabe Bullard. Bullard, I'm sorry. I just met these guys.
Oh, look, we're all in the same boat. That's how it works in Vegas. Yeah. Are you guys good? Okay.
And this is Rylan Fallon.
All right, let me give you a proper introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage 16-year-old country music recording artist, my man Keaton Brown.
Amarillo by morning, I'm from San Antonio. Everything that I've got is just what I've got on. And when that sun is high in that Vegas sky, well, I'll be bucking at the county fair. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo, I'll be there. Lost my saddle in Houston, broke my leg in Santa Fe. Lost my wife and that girlfriend somewhere along the way. And I'll be looking for rain when they pull that gate, and I hope that judge ain't blind. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's on my mind. Amarillo by morning, I'm from San Antonio. Everything that I've got is just what I've got on. I ain't got a dime, but I've got his mind. Well, I ain't rich, but Lord, I'm free. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's where I'll be. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's where I'll be.
Keaton, look at all the people. Look at all the 17-year-old girls. For those of you who just walked up, 16-year-old Keaton Brown, who gave me his business card at the front of the stage yesterday because we had a cancellation. We wanted to give him a try. Look at the best response we've had all week. About 4 minutes before we got to end it, I told Kurt, we'll just talk a little, have him sing a song. You're pretty good, Keaton. You know, in the history of the show, the 19 years we've done it, we've had some pretty unknown singers, people like Luke Bryan and Chris Young and Taylor Swift and the nobodies. You want to sing another one? Let's go.
This next song I'm gonna sing.
By the way, Taylor Swift only got to sing one. There you go.
Sorry, Taylor. I just want to say before this next song, I was in Fort Worth, Texas, and I was playing for some booths in a convention center like this, and I got the chance to play this song for Randy Travis. And that's what really kicked off my music career and made me know that I wanted to do this for a career. And so this one's for Randy. Here we go. A farmer and a teacher, a hooker and a preacher, riding on a midnight bus bound for Mexico. One was heading for vacation, one for higher education, and two of them are searching for lost souls. And that driver never ever saw the stop sign. An 18-wheelers can't stop on a dime. And there are 3 wooden crosses on the right side of the highway. Why there's not 4 of them, heaven only knows. I guess it's not what you take when you leave this world behind you. It's what you leave behind you when you go. Break it. The farmer left to harvest a home and 80 acres. That faith and love for growing things in his young son's heart. And that teacher left her wisdom in the minds of lots of children and did her best to give them all a better story. And that preacher whispered, can't you see the promised land? As he laid that Bible in that hooker's hands. And there are 3 wooden crosses on the right side of the highway. While there's not 4 of them, heaven only knows. I guess it's not what you take when you leave this world behind you. It's what you leave behind you when you go. Well, that's a story that our preacher told last Sunday as he held that bloodstained Bible up for all of us to see. He said, bless the farmer and the teacher and that preacher who gave this Bible to my mama, who read it to me. And there are 3 wooden crosses on the right side of the highway. While there's not 4 of them, now I guess we know it's not what you take when you leave this world behind you. It's what you leave behind you when you go. And there are 3 wooden crosses on the right side of the highway.
How about it, 16-year-old Keaton Brown? Blind audition. Yes, sir. Listen, I don't know, if we do this show next year, maybe you could swing by. That'd be great. That'd be a deal?
I'll try.
You'll try. Oh, we'll call you on your hey, you might have to call my manager. Don't ever do that, okay? Your flip phone, that's right. Listen, Keaton, I appreciate you. Mostly, you're a talented kid, but mostly I like the way you are and the way you treat us all, and that goes a long ways for us. So thank you for doing that. Hey, everybody, we do this every day. We'll grab somebody else out of the crowd. Tomorrow, Shane Hanchy, Bo Cooper, Josh Ward's going to sing, and legendary artist and actor, we're waiting for confirmation, Buck Taylor going to join us. So big show tomorrow. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.